NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bengals and the Bills, and it's coming up next.
Playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at Bills Stadium here at Orchard Park. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. On first down, Allen. He finds his man. That's Sweeney. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. To the air, Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. From the gun, it's Allen. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Here's Allen to throw it. Going deep for Diggs. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Another shot for Chase. He's got it this time. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
But, Charles, what a rookie season he had catching the football, over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020. 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and
evades the tackler, and now some space. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Mixon with a first down and more. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Back to Mixon on first down. Sharp move, but can't find much space. Dropped just inside the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now it's Mixon running right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals will strike first here, this wild card matchup. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Allen now looks to throw. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
To try again after the sack. Allen, big hold, as Sanders has it pumped free, and the Bengals grab it, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Whenever we call a game that's in the snow, we have to focus a little bit more, trying to make sure we've got the right numbers on players that we're calling, right? The right guys in the game. Think about the guys on the field. Their focus has to really increase as well, because so many things coming at you. You got to make sure that you're really locked in on taking care of the ball.
Or if you don't, you cough it up like they did right there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Mixon. Dances by him. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
From the 24, Lance. This one hauled in by Sample. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Mixon with a first down carry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mixon with it. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
58 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. Now Lance. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. On the counter, this is Singletary. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Allen flush to his right, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run the counter. Single.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 17-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On the give, this is Singletary. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Oh, ain't that so?
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. To throw, it's Allen. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Montez Sweat coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. The kick by Bass is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. He had over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of this wild card game. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now they run with Mixon. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Lance. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Shotgun now for Lance. To Mixon on the check down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Lance looking to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Throwing now is Lance. Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross there to make the grab. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 17-3.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the foot. Out to the 25.
The Bills offense now for one final time in this first half. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Now Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen
on a slant. He's got Sanders.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox.
And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Let's go, baby!
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to... And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Mixon. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. Room to run again. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Singletary to get the drive started. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end Knox. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Allen going to throw. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And that's caught inside the 35. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And you just kind of get the sense that this team's been snake-bitten a little bit here. They just have not had anything go their way.
It's like they collectively walked under a ladder on their way into the stadium. What else could go wrong?
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2nd down at 5. Lance going to throw. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. Now here he is on the road looking to get his guys to the second round. It's certainly a tough task no matter how you slice it.
Oh, I absolutely agree 100%. And while no one around the franchise is going to, co-sign on what I'm about to say, because all they're focused on is winning this game. But let's face it, partner, no matter what happens in this one, they've got their quarterback to build their roster around for the future. That's got to feel good for everyone associated with this team.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Touchdown, Bengals. Noah Fant, 28 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Throwing is Allen on third. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know that we've seen their share of struggles, and the quarterback's been hit a few times in this game, but this one can't be put on the offensive line. They gave him plenty of time to throw the football. I think ultimately he has to be a lot more decisive in his decision-making and get rid of it and find an open target.
Now here's Ross. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. Cincinnati set to take over once again. They have picked up right where they left off in half number one, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Noah Fant with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. And the Bills getting set to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Right back to Singletary on second down. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Let's go.
Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. On 1st down, Singletary. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And now they'll throw with Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, it's Allen. Flushed out, and he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
From midfield, here's Allen. Under pressure, they got him again. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
And their fan base at this point has to be thinking, is this finally the year we once again taste success in the playoffs? They're not there yet, but it's looking promising here in this 4th quarter. Tackled by A.J. Epinesa.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
Come on, baby.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
144 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon, and able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Come on, fellas.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Able to slither by. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, and now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look.
Let's go, let's go!
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
49, guys. Mike.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Now Lance. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. Allen's throw caught by Sanders. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Now Allen. And that'll be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. To the air, Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Ross on the return. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now Joe Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd down at 7. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And the Bengals going to live to fight another week as we say thanks for watching and so long, everybody.